The Chevrolet Colorado is making big promises, but there are 6 serious problems hiding beneath the surface that could turn your ownership experience into a nightmare. If you're considering buying this mid-sized truck, you need to know about these issues before you make a decision. From limited options that force you into configurations you don't need, to reliability problems that are draining owners' wallets, we're exposing issues with the Chevrolet Colorado you must know. Number 6. Single powertrain option. Let's address something that's going to frustrate a lot of potential buyers right off the bat. The Colorado is coming with just one engine on offer, a 2.7-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. We're talking about 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, which is more than enough to handle most tasks you're going to throw at it. But here's where things get problematic. Not everyone needs or wants this much power, especially when it comes with the fuel consumption and maintenance complexity that a high-output turbo engine brings to the table. Think about the retiree who just needs a reliable truck for occasional home improvement projects. That person needs simplicity, fuel efficiency, and lower running costs, not 430 pound-feet of torque they'll never use. The frustration becomes even more apparent when you look back at the previous generation. That model was offered with 3 completely different engine options, giving buyers a real choice based on their specific needs and budget. You could get a base 4-cylinder for simplicity, a V6 for balanced performance, or the Duramax diesel if maximum torque and fuel economy were your priorities. Now, you're getting one option, and you're going to pay for all that performance whether you need it or not. Competitors like the Ford Ranger and Toyota Tacoma are offering multiple powertrain choices, giving you the flexibility to match the truck to your specific requirements. But this limitation in powertrain choice is just the beginning of the Colorado's flexibility problem, which gets even worse when you look at the available configurations. Number 5. Just one cab and bed configuration. Here's where the Colorado's lack of flexibility is going to become a deal breaker for many potential buyers. The truck is only available in one configuration, crew cab with a short bed. That's it. No extended cab, no long bed, no options to customize the truck to fit your specific hauling or passenger needs. The key rival, Toyota Tacoma, is available with different cab styles and multiple bed lengths, allowing buyers to prioritize cargo space if they need it. Picture yourself as a contractor who needs to haul full sheets of drywall or 10-foot lengths of trim work. With the Colorado's short bed, those materials are going to hang over the tailgate, requiring red flags and extra tie-downs every time you drive to a job site. That's a daily frustration that impacts your ability to work efficiently. The Colorado is forcing you into one specific setup, and if that doesn't match your needs, you're out of luck. Maybe you're a plumber who rarely carries passengers but constantly hauls pipe and water heaters. An extended cab with a long bed would be perfect. More cargo space and easier loading. But the Colorado isn't giving you that choice. The crew cab setup does mean you're getting 4 full-size doors, but that comes at the expense of bed length. In a segment where versatility is supposed to be a selling point, this one-size-fits-all approach is going to leave buyers feeling frustrated. Speaking of that rear seating the crew cab is supposed to deliver, you'd expect it to at least be spacious and comfortable, but that's where the next problem comes in. Number 4. Tight cabin. You'd expect that with a crew cab configuration being the only option, Chevrolet would have made absolutely certain the interior space was class-leading. Unfortunately, that's not what you're going to find. The Colorado's cabin is surprisingly tight, especially in the second row. The rear seat is going to feel cramped for adults, particularly on longer drives. Legroom is limited, headroom isn't generous, and the seating position feels more confined than competitors. Imagine taking your adult children on a weekend fishing trip. After an hour in the back seat, they're going to be shifting around trying to find a comfortable position. Models like the Honda Ridgeline and Jeep Gladiator are offering noticeably more spacious rear accommodations. This becomes especially problematic when the crew cab is the only configuration available. If you're being forced into a setup that prioritizes passenger space, that passenger space better be excellent. And in the Colorado's case, it's not measuring up. The Ridgeline is offering a much more comfortable rear seat, making it the better choice for buyers who need legitimate 5-passenger capability. But the cramped quarters aren't the only issue that's going to make your passengers uncomfortable. The way this truck rides is going to test everyone's patience even further. Number 3. Ride quality. The Colorado is arguably one of the most capable mid-sized trucks on the market when it comes to off-road performance, but that capability is coming with a major compromise that's going to affect your daily driving experience. The suspension setup is pretty old school, leaning heavily toward ruggedness rather than comfort. Rivals have been making significant strides in this area. The Tacoma, which now features a pretty advanced rear suspension setup, is delivering a much more refined ride quality without sacrificing its off-road credentials. The more sophisticated designs that competitors are using allow them them to better absorb impacts and provide a more compliant ride. If you primarily use your truck for work, hauling materials, and navigating job sites, then the stiff suspension might not bother you as much. But for the vast majority of buyers using their mid-sized truck as an everyday vehicle, the Colorado's ride quality is going to be a constant reminder that comfort wasn't the top priority. And if the harsh ride has you reaching out to brace yourself on the door panel, you're going to quickly discover another major disappointment with this truck. Number 2. Interior quality. Walk up to the Colorado and the exterior is going to impress you with its bold styling. Step inside though and you're going to be met with a different story, one that involves too much hard plastic and questionable material choices that don't measure up to the exterior's promises. The dashboard looks nice at first glance, but reach out and touch the surfaces and you're immediately going to notice the prevalence of low-rent materials. Hard plastics dominate areas where you'd expect soft-touch materials in a truck at this price point. The door panels feel cheap and overall fit and finish reveal gaps and inconsistencies that shouldn't be present in a brand new vehicle. When you compare the Colorado's interior to competitors, you're going to notice that trucks like the Ranger are using better materials in key touch points. Moreover, the Ridgeline is offering a significantly nicer interior environment. This is particularly frustrating when you consider the Colorado's price point. In higher trims, you're paying premium prices but not getting premium quality. But those cheap materials and loose trim pieces are just the visible symptoms of a much more serious problem that goes deeper than what you can see. Number 1. Reliability issues. Owners are reporting a range of problems occurring at surprisingly low mileage. Electrical gremlins are showing up, with infotainment systems freezing randomly, warning lights appearing without clear cause, and various features failing to work consistently. The transmission is another area where concerns are developing. Some owners are experiencing rough shifting, hesitation during acceleration, and in some cases, complete transmission failures requiring major repairs. For a truck that's still relatively new, these transmission issues are red flags. Engine problems are also being reported more frequently than they should be. Some trucks are experiencing issues with the turbocharger, higher than expected oil consumption, and check engine lights related to emission systems. Imagine you're towing your camper to a remote location. The last thing you need is for the check engine light to come on halfway there, leaving you stranded. These aren't cheap fixes, and they're happening to trucks still under warranty. Build quality concerns extend beyond the interior materials. Owners are finding problems with body panels that don't align properly, paint quality that's below expectations, and components failing prematurely. Door handles and tailgate mechanisms are showing wear or breaking at mileage where they should still be like new. The real concern is that these reliability issues are showing up across the board. When you're seeing electrical problems, transmission concerns, engine issues, and build quality defects all on the same truck, that suggests systemic problems with either the design or manufacturing process. The Chevrolet Colorado might look impressive on paper, but these 6 problems paint a troubling picture. From the lack of powertrain and configuration choices to the cramped cabin and harsh ride quality, the Colorado is asking you to compromise in too many areas. Add in the questionable interior materials and the growing list of reliability concerns, and it becomes clear this truck isn't living up to expectations. Before you commit to a Colorado, take a serious look at what competitors are offering. You might find they're giving you more capability, comfort, and peace of mind for your money. A good way to start is to check out our video about the changes to the 2026 Jeep Gladiator. If you thought style, off-road performance, and work capabilities can't go together, this truck will prove you wrong. The Gladiator has always been known for blending these characteristics, but the 2026 takes everything to the next level, especially with the new V8 powertrain that we've been anticipating for years.